Welcome back to Inside the Pylon, a Midwest college football podcast, joined as always by Clinton Boring. My name is Ryan Satkowiak. I nailed the intro this time, Clinton.
More smooth.
It was
like
much
butter.
smoother this time. I know how you're doing tonight because we've already shot one today, but everyone's going to be listening to this on a completely different day. So we'll pretend it's Thursday night, Clinton. How are you doing on this Thursday evening?
I am excited. I don't have a Thursday because we're recording this on a Monday night, but I'm sipping water if that counts. I'm really good, man. I'm juiced for this week 2 episode or week 2 pick'ems, whatever you want to call it. It's throwing me off being Monday for a Thursday, but I'm really excited for these games. We got some fun, solid matchups. We had some teams who came off week 1 with impressive performances. Ryan, are you going to read to us how pitiful you and I did with our week 1 picks?
Unfortunately, I guess we're going to have to do that. All these picks against the spread. I got our lines tonight from Circa just because they tweeted theirs out early in the week and I didn't have to dig through an app to find them all. But last week's lines were via DraftKings. Mm-hmm. So against the spread, Clinton had 7 wins, 11 losses, and 1 push. Ryan had 8 wins, 10 losses, and 1 push. Clinton's lock of the week was Michigan minus 21 over Fresno State. Ryan's lock of the week was Notre Dame moneyline. Cha-ching, baby. Hold on. Oh, shit. Fuck. I didn't put that in the live again. Try it again. Try it. Damn it. Try it again. Lock of the week.
I thought that was you kicking the wall.
No. I tried to find a lock. I tried to find a lock of the week sound. I couldn't find a good one, but that's going to have to do for tonight. We'll find a better one for next week. No, we were not good last week. We were very bad. There was there was a couple in here I was dead sure on and just completely whiffed.
We did not promise you guys high success rates if you trusted us. We did tell you we'd be bad.
I am still mad about Rutgers covering. That was really messed up. Unsportsmanlike Greg Gianu. Anyway, so everything that you hear tonight is from Circa Sports because they had their lines out quick this week. As Clinton mentioned, and if you listen to Boston College on the board. We are shooting this on Monday. We're shooting this on Monday night after we shot our typical Monday night podcast because I'm going to be out of town this week. Would not have time later in the week to shoot, so we're just getting this out of the way now. So by the time you listen to this episode, most of these lines could have changed. We're just making our picks based on what they opened as. Sorry, we're making chicken salad with chicken shit tonight.
Making do.
We're making do. And thus we are not live on YouTube. This will hopefully be the last episode we are not live on YouTube for a while. But typically you'll find us there on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday evening around 9 p.m. Eastern. You can find us on the YouTube channel at ITPCFB. Make sure you subscribe to that there so you're catching all of the video content that we have for you. As always, if you would rather listen to us in the morning on your commute or sitting at your desk, whatever, pretending to work, I wish I had that luxury. You can find us on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. We're at Inside the Pylon, a Midwest college football podcast there. Would really appreciate a star rating and or review from you. Let us know what we're doing well. Let us know maybe something that we could do better, something that you'd like to see from us. We're happy to have any suggestions because we're just making this up as we go. As always, you can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ITPCFB. Interact with the show there. We'll drop all the content for you there as well. So it's kind of a nice one-stop shop for you. Cool, Clinton. Picks tonight. We'll see if we're any better. I'm not hopeful. We have no Thursday night games this week, which is good for me because I'm not going to be able to watch them. A couple of Friday night games. First one, we will not be picking. If a line ever comes out for this, we will. Western Illinois at Indiana. No point spread right now, but Clinton, just quick thoughts on this game. I'm assuming you think Indiana's going to be moving to 2-0 on the season here.
Indiana 2-0. I'm willing to take them 3 scores.
Yeah, they covered against FI.
Minus 21. I expect more from Curtis Rourke week 2. Continued consistency in the run game and good defense.
Yeah, I did not think they would cover. Did I pick them last week? Let me pull up the sheet. I don't think I did. No, we both did pick them last week. Good for us. Good for us. They covered a 21 point spread last week against FIU. So I'm interested to see if the Hoosiers are going to rely on Curtis Rourke a little bit more, try to get the passing game working. They ran the ball exceptionally well last week, rotated running backs nicely, but Curt Cignetti had that offense clicking well. So I too expect the Hoosiers to win, and I'm with you. I think I'd probably take that, honestly, up to maybe like 26, 27 points. But we'll
insert pause. I have a pause. I just noticed this.
Yeah.
Why do you say at Ryan_Satkoviak and I say just Clinton?
Because I changed my name.
Am I able to change mine?
Yeah, when you log on.
Hot damn! I'm gonna change it to at Pizza King next time.
Yeah, put your Twitter channel on there, man.
So y'all can come on here and trash me on Twitter. I try to tweet on there, but on that Twitter one, that's usually a heavy Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, there you go. DJU, what are you doing? Oh,
Ryan,
baby, what is you doing?
Ahead of me.
You could probably guess what he was doing, throwing it in.
Threw a ball in the dirt. Yeah. All right, who's next?
Next one, I am fascinated for this game. We have Duke at Northwestern. Northwestern, a 3-point favorite, over under 45.5, Clinton. Northwestern struggled a bit with Miami, a decent MAC team. Duke is certainly not a MAC team, but I don't know how good of an ACC team they are this year. Mm-hmm. Malik Murphy was not particularly great in their first game, so what way are you leaning here on this one?
Gosh, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ride Big Ten. Give me Northwestern.
God, you suck, because that's the way. I thought you were going to go Duke, so I'm like,
I really wanted Duke. Malik Murphy looks like a nice piece. Northwestern gets him at home, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Northwestern plays better defense, so I'm going Northwestern.
Yeah, I think the defense for me is kind of the overriding thing here, and Manny Diaz is a good defensive coach as well. But I really like the way Northwestern's defense played in the opener. Again, I get it's Miami. Duke's got a little bit better athletes, but riding with Northwestern on this one, I've been on record saying I'm higher than the 4.5 win total for them. So that's our last Friday night game. We are going as chronological as we can on these, because that's the order I wrote these down in. So we're getting the big kahuna right out of the way here. Texas opened as a 5-point favorite over Michigan. Over under is only 43.5 in this game, Clinton. I'm fairly certain I wrote that down right. That seems kind of low. I'm double checking this right now. And I kind of want to see what this line has moved to, because I think it opened at 5. It's already, it's already the Texas -7.
So we should change that. -7.
Yeah, we'll go -7 here. So Texas is up to a 1-touch. Damn, I wish I got this at 5. Shit, that's on me. It's on me. I played myself. Texas up to a 7-point favorite. That over-under is at 44, Clinton. Hold on. Texas -7, lock of the week.
Woo! There you go.
I was already kind of struggling to see how Michigan was going to win this game a couple weeks ago. After watching a little bit of how their quarterbacks performed against Fresno State, I struggle to see how they are going to score more than 10 points in this game, short of a couple of pick sixes or some obnoxiously short fields because Quinn Ewers doesn't know how to take care of the ball. I think that's Michigan's only path to winning this game. I don't know that Texas moves the ball a ton very well against Michigan's elite defense either, but I think as the game goes on, there's going to be a lot more 3-and-outs from the Michigan offense than the Texas offense. I think that Michigan defense inevitably starts to break down. I think Texas has a big fourth quarter, pulls away late.
Yeah, I expect a ton from Michigan's defense early on, but I agree with you. I think as end of third quarter, fourth quarter rolls in, I think Michigan's in trouble if they don't have something better on offense, or if prime time Donovan Edwards doesn't show up. Give me Texas -7.
We agree. Next, we have the Bowling Green Fighting Falcons at Happy Valley, traveling to face Penn State. Penn State, a 30-point favorite, over under 46.5. Clinton, what way are you leaning on this one?
Again, we're getting to some of those larger spreads. I think I feel more hesitant when it's 40s to 50s. I think Penn State keeps rolling right away. Give me Penn State at home.
Ooh, I'm taking the Falcons in this one, Clinton. We're talking about
you are. Homer.
I'm making a homer pick here. little bit of a letdown spot for Penn State after a big emotional, long drawn out win against West Virginia with the weather delay last week. I mean, they're still probably going to win by like 28 points, but that 4 scores is a little too much for me. I'm going to take the Falcons plus the points. Next one, another one that we are not going to pick because there's not currently a spread. Rhode Island is Rhode Island is traveling to Minnesota. This is a hopefully a get right spot for the Gophers. Clinton, what are you kind of looking at from this game?
I want to see better performance out of Max Brosmer. We don't have a battle of the Maxes this week, not that I'm aware of. Don't know that much about Rhode Island. I suspect a Minnesota win regardless if Taylor plays. I really hope Taylor plays. As you mentioned in our last episode, maybe you send him out for your next couple, so when you get your next meaningful game, you get the dub with him in there. But I think Brosmer is going to play better. I think Minnesota is going to bounce back and be 1-1. But we'll see what the spread is as far as if we would pick it or not.
Yeah, this feels like a game where you don't need Darius Taylor to win comfortably, hopefully for Minnesota's sake. Sit him out, get him right if he's not healthy. But it's Max Brosmer's people, man. He tore up the FCS last year. He's got a chance to get himself right, build some momentum with this offense. I think Minnesota wins comfortably in this one. Next, we have a nice little litmus test in the Big Ten. Akron is traveling to Rutgers. Rutgers, a 21-point favorite, over under 40.5. Clinton, if Rutgers beats Akron by more than 46 points, then I'm declaring them Big Ten champions because they will have officially beat Akron worse than Ohio State. I think I'm taking Rutgers minus the points here because bare minimum, I now know that if Rutgers is within a touchdown of covering the spread late, Greg Schiano is going to be an asshole and try to cover it. So give me Rutgers minus the points here.
Give me Rutgers minus the points. The other piece to that is I don't think Akron's number 1 starting quarterback is going to play this week.
Oh, that's right. He got smacked around
and beat up. The QB2 is very dynamic. QB3, I hope they don't have to put on the field. No knock to him, but QB2 is very dynamic. Certainly the more mobile of the 2 quarterbacks, but his arm not looking great. I think Rutgers is going to flex on them.
Yep.
And I think Rutgers may get close. I don't think they're going to score much on Rutgers either. So I think Rutgers may potentially beat them by 40 plus. As we watch Boston
That was a nice play.
Run down the sidelines. Dear God, Florida State.
That wheel route out of the backfield was so nasty. He was bobbling that like 10 yards down the field.
Yeah. Here's my other question. Why does the top half of FSU Stadium look like the COVID year? There's no one there.
That's a good question. I thought that's a good question. No,
the whole upper deck of this stadium is empty.
I thought that they were playing in Boston because of how empty it was when they did the interview with, I don't remember if it was Norvell or Bill O'Brien. Are they protesting? I don't know. I'm going to have to.
It's just so empty. There's a purpose for that, I feel like.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit. No, I agree. I think Commandant guy's going to have a big game, so whoever owns him in fantasy, you better start him. Next, we have the Cy-Hawk game. The Vegas is not sold on either of these 2 offenses. The over-under's at 37.5, but Iowa's a 3-point favorite. Clinton, what way do you lean here?
I'm just eager to see if either one of these players on this team bet on this game again this year, so they have to sit out. I am going to Ryan. Give me the sound. Lock it up.
Let's go.
Iowa Hawkeyes over Iowa State. Your lock of the week.
I love that for you.
Iowa, 40 points last week, I believe, over 400 yards of offense. Iowa State, I watched some of their game. They did not impress me. It's at Iowa. That defense is going to be nasty. Rocco Beck, can you please throw my receiver in fantasy some stuff here? I might actually have to sit him this week because I don't think you're going to do anything on that Iowa defense. Hawkeyes, lock it up, baby.
I'm with you on this one. I don't think if Iowa scores 40, then we can have a real conversation about their postseason prospects. But I'd like to
winning the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, right. But Iowa will be your Big Ten champion then. I don't want to go that far yet. I'd like to see them score some points on a team with a pulse first, but I don't know that Iowa State's going to score a ton in this game. this is going to be real ugly low. This feels like a 14-6 game to me, but I'm with you. I think Iowa's going to cover that 3.
He is back.
That is the one I do have some trepidation about that. Does he put the brakes on the offense here? You guys threw it too much last week. We're not doing this again. Up next, we have Michigan State with the one Big Ten game of the week. These picks shows are going to get shorter here soon because we're not going to have 800 games to pick.
That may be when we throw in some national games.
Yeah, we're throwing some. Yeah, but when we're picking 19 games, it's a little hefty. We do have one Big Ten matchup this week, first of the season. Michigan State traveling to Maryland. Maryland listed at a 9-point favorite, over under 50.5 points. Clinton, I know I kind of dogged on Aiden Giles on our last episode, but I'm going to take Michigan State plus the points here. I think they're going to. I think they're going to bounce. This is kind of one of those like it doesn't make any sense, but I got a hunch, which is usually when I'm the most wrong. Like Michigan State. I'm sorry, Spartan fans, your team's going to get killed now because I'm making this pick. I think Aiden Giles has a bounce back game. I think. Not that Maryland's going to have a letdown game after beating Sisterhood of the Traveling Poor that they beat last week. But I think people are a little too high. I think it's kind of one of those that, oh no.
Florida State stinks.
Oh no. Florida State, what is you doing, baby? Tommy Castellanos, he's good. He's going to be a problem for some teams in the ACC this year. Florida State is now down 14-0 as we are watching this. No, this line, it feels like a little bit of too much of an overreaction in both directions. People selling Michigan State while buying Maryland. I think Maryland probably wins this game, but I think Michigan State makes it close. So give me Michigan State plus the points.
Man, I've been back and forth. I was going to go Maryland. I was going to go Michigan State. I think maybe I'm back to Michigan State at this point, and my reason being their defense is not going to have to run around and chase a quarterback they can't throw this year. They're going to be able to play more standard defense. Belief in Joe Rossi. I think Maryland wins, but Michigan State covers.
You're just copying my picks, man.
No, we've had 3 different already, haven't we?
We have had 1 different.
Okay, well 2 because our lock of the week is different at least.
That's true. Next, we have some more MACtion. Eastern Michigan is traveling to Washington. Washington at 21-point favorites, over under 46.5. Clinton, you start us off with this one. What are you feeling here?
Was it Jonah Coleman, my fantasy running back? He's going to pop off again. He's going to give me another 30 points. Washington, minus 21.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's Weber State, but also Eastern Michigan's not a particularly good MAC team. I think they continue to use this as an opportunity to test out the offense, get some different guys at the ball. I wonder, I didn't look up to see if, I know we were talking about Jeremiah Hunter, why he didn't have any stats. I didn't look up to see if he was hurt or not, but will be interesting to see if they get him the ball. Denzel Boston had a big game. I'm with you. I think the Huskies win this one big. The last of the games that we will not be picking because it's another FCS game, so the line is not out yet. South Dakota travels to Wisconsin. This is not South Dakota State. Wait, which one's
playing South Dakota?
Yes, the Jackrabbits is South Dakota State, correct? The good one?
Yes.
Okay. It's the states that are good. It's the regular Dakotas that are not as good. Except North Dakota is good at hockey. South Dakota does not have a hockey team. This has been my TED Talk on the Dakota schools. Clinton, I'm interested to see in this game what Tyler Van Dyke does if they continue to try to move the ball through the air with him. We know they can run. I don't think they need, I'm sure they'll run the ball in this game. Obviously, why would they not? They got a couple good running backs back there, but I'm interested to see if they get TVD a little more work, try to spread the ball around a little bit. I think Wisconsin wins this one pretty comfortably.
I agree. I think Wisconsin takes this. You know, we talked about Western Michigan and MAC schools not being jokes right off the start of the season. This is a game that they're going to be very comfortable in. They're going to use it to settle in TVD a little more, and I think also utilize that nice dynamic running back duo they have. But 100% agree with you. They're going to get Tyler Van Dyke more settled in this game.
Next, this is a big one I'm excited for. We have Kansas traveling to Illinois. Kansas a 3-point favorite, over under 52.5. I am far more intrigued by this game, Clinton, than I was a week ago because Illinois looked great, and I get it was against Eastern Illinois, but Luke Altmaier looked functional. Now they got a pin. Oh yeah, it's that one side. It's just that one side of the stands that are completely empty.
Maybe Reno.
That maybe that sucks though.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a solid 10 to 15,000 seats that they don't have.
Certainly
interesting. I was ready to be all in on Kansas in this game. Luke Altmaier made me think about it. That being said, I'm still picking Kansas -3. Jalen Daniels looked good. I think he's healthy. I know they struggled a little bit early, but I think him being dynamic with his arm and his legs is going to give this Illinois defense a little too much to handle. I'm going to take Kansas minus the points.
So here comes my substitute for my Iowa State wide receiver this year is Grimm, the wide receiver for Kansas. I think the Kansas trio of Daniels, Grimm, and Neal is going to be too much for Illinois, even at home. I think they win comfortably. Give me Kansas -3.
Next, more Maction. Ohio State hosting Western Michigan as they continue their cream puff tour of the Mid-American Conference and the non-conference schedule. Ohio State 36-point favorite over under 55.5. Clinton, I think Ohio State's going to cover this time after not covering last week. I think Western's probably a little bit better than Akron, but I think Ohio State comes out a little sharper, more crisp, moves the ball a little bit better early. Even if Donovan Jackson isn't back, this is kind of one of those games where it's like, don't rush him. If he's not ready, sit him, get the line more work. I think they moved the ball a little bit better early. I think they're probably up they're probably going to be up like 38-3 at halftime. So give me Ohio State minus the points here.
Ohio State minus the points. 2 reasons. One, Western Michigan just played a dogfight with Wisconsin last week, which means they're coming off battered and bruised already. Ohio State did not have a dogfight with Akron. And I think Ohio State's going to have a little better emphasis and ability to establish the run this week. And I think they're going to let Will Howard chuck it deep a little more this week. So look for your Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate lines to bump up here.
We have 2 big ones here back to back. We have Colorado traveling to Nebraska. Nebraska, a 5-point favorite right now, over under 55.5. Clinton, what are you thinking here?
I think we're going to see some points, but I don't think we're going to see a ton, because I think when we get to the second half, Nebraska's defense shows why they were a top 13 ranked defense last year, and we see why Colorado is a bottom feeder defense. As long as Shiloh Sanders doesn't cheap shot Dylan Raiola or Isaiah Neyor out of bounds, which he did 3 times in the last game, I believe I heard. Give me Nebraska -5 at home. I think Lincoln is going to be rocking. Is Nebraska bringing out any special uniforms for this game, did we see?
I did not look to see.
So I think this would be their perfect time for their black uniforms. Put a black out in that stadium.
I agree. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Oh,
Humble Ruski.
Oh, he actually... Oh, that looked painful.
Made something out of nothing. Might have lost his ACL in the process. As we talk about the Florida State BC game, guys.
He's good. I don't know what to think of this game, man. I think Colorado's going to score, but the fact that they can't run the ball would be scary to me if I'm a Buffs fan. Like, you're out here throwing, like, your run the clock out offense is throwing swing passes. That's not great. That's not going to get the job done against Nebraska.
You know why that is, right? 2 things. 1, Deion's doing everything he can to get Shedeur in the Heisman race. And 2,
likely
they get no push.
They don't get a push. They don't get a push. So I think this one comes like, if this becomes a trench battle, I think Colorado's in trouble. That being said, I'm going to take Colorado plus the points. I think it'll be a close game. I think Nebraska wins, I think it'll be by probably a field goal. So I'm also trying to be a contrarian here because Clinton and I keep picking the same teams. But I think Nebraska wins this game. If they cover, it would not surprise me. Colorado's inability to run the ball and the fact that they still don't really play defense is I'm not concerned about it. I don't care if Colorado wins or not. But there's definitely things that Nebraska is going to be able to exploit in this game. Next, the Boise Ashton Genties take on Oregon. Oregon a 20-point favorite. 57 is the over and under. 57.5 is the over and under. I still can't talk. We at least got halfway through the episode right before I messed that one up. Give me Boise plus the points here, Clinton. I think they're going to try to shorten this game. They're going to feed Genty. Not that Oregon was bad last week. They just could not convert on fourth down a couple of times. They had some weird turnovers on downs. But I think Boise is too good to. This will be a good kind of litmus test for what we think that group of five is going to look like in the playoff. Because you were talking last episode, Boise is your group of five playoff team.
Well, no, I think if they're not, Appalachian State is. I was just like preemptively saying it might now be Boise based off week one overreaction.
Fair enough. But I mean, this is what a 12-5 mashup would look like. So I'm interested to kind of see how this plays out. Oregon wins, but I think Boise covers.
Give me Boise State plus 20. Oregon wins. I still have some doubts about Oregon's offensive line. We're in shuffle mode. We're on the iPod shuffle mode here. I'm not really sure what we're going to get there. You can't have Dylan Gabriel throw 49 times again. You're not going to have the time to have him throw 49 times again because, as Ryan mentioned, Boise State is going to run at you, especially with Genty coming off a 6 TD game, a school record. They're going to shorten the game. Oregon's going to have to be efficient with their possessions this time because if you're not, you're going to be in another fourth quarter game, but this time with a team that can beat you because they have the RB1 in the 2024 NFL draft, 2025 NFL draft.
Yep. Next, we have a Utah State traveling to USC. USC 24-point favorite, over under 58.5. This is a classic letdown spot for the Trojans. That being said, I think Utah State is a program that's in some pretty significant disarray right now. I am taking USC minus whatever in this one. Give me the Trojans here.
Here comes my self-made sound again. Trojan man. Give me the Trojans again. They're no letdown here.
Oh,
if this was a tougher team, yes. Isn't Utah State another one that's in that bottom that's supposed to be one of the worst teams in the country?
Yeah, USC's not having stuff going on in their program too. I forgot the other sound here. I meant to play this at the beginning, but we're almost done with this now. But I'll play this at the beginning next time. Hold on.
Picks of the week.
Was that your voice?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, I'm down. I like it.
I messed that up. I meant to play that at the beginning, but I forgot it. So,
as Disturb would say, I'm down with the sickness.
He's down with the sickness. All right, so we're both on the Trojans there, finishing us up outside of Big Ten action. Northern Illinois travels to Notre Dame. Notre Dame, a 28-point favorite after their big win against Texas A&M last weekend. Clinton, what are you thinking on this one?
Man, we don't even have to make MAC picks so far because so many of our teams are playing MAC.
All of them.
Yeah.
We're getting them all here.
4 TDs. Northern Illinois is trippy. They're trippy, man. This is nowhere near a letdown spot. You know what? I'm rolling with the Irish. Give me Notre Dame minus 28.
Good for you, man.
They're gonna go truck stick mode and just run Northern Illinois over.
Good for you.
However, I do find, and again, you're the bigger Notre Dame follower than I would like to see more of more passing game develop.
No, I agree.
And see more of the wide receiver action. I don't think you're gonna have to in this game.
No, that's something that I hope they work on. But Notre Dame has traditionally done this thing where they will play a MAC team after playing someone good and then look like absolute doo-doo. Like Ball State 2018, they almost lost. Toledo 2021. Literally, it sets up exactly the same as this. They can't come off that big game against Florida State when they went out big, almost blew it in the second half and won in overtime. And then they should have lost to Toledo the following week. If DeQuan Finn went down at the 1-yard line instead of scoring a touchdown, they would have lost. I'm going to take NIU plus 28 here. I think Notre Dame covers. I don't think the game's ever really in doubt, but I don't think they're covering 28 points on this one.
Okay.
because
It's fair. At least now, did you do that on purpose to be opposite of me, or
oh
do
no,
you
I was
really
picking
think that?
I was picking NIU. If Notre
Okay.
Dame won, beat A&M, I was picking NIU because
Okay.
that's their thing. That's the Notre Dame's kink is not covering against MAC teams the week after they have a big win
Okay.
or
So,
a win.
what to be aware of here, guys? Ryan, give us our difference picks, and that way you can pay attention, or Ryan and I will be specifically paying attention because that's going to give us our potential winner next week for our week 2 pick'em.
Yeah, I got these in a document, so I'm tracking these as we go along. So we're the same on everything except Bowling Green, Penn State. Ryan is riding Bowling Green plus 30, while Clinton is riding Penn State minus 30. Colorado, Nebraska. Clinton's on Nebraska minus 5. Ryan's on Colorado plus 5, and then that NIU Notre Dame game. Ryan's on NIU plus 28.
So 3
Clinton's on the
differences.
Irish. Just
Could
3.
be a swing. We were pretty dead even last week. One each with a push.
Yeah, I think.
Or
Well,
one
let's
off
see.
with a push. So
We had. So our differences last week. I picked Western Michigan to cover. You picked Wisconsin. I picked UTEP to cover. You picked Nebraska. I picked Hawaii to cover. You picked UCLA. And those were our differences last week.
I lost the UCLA and the Wisconsin one then. Because
Yep, and-
Nebraska covered pretty easily, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of those
Those
got
were our
me.
differences.
And what was our push? Minnesota, North Carolina?
Yeah, by the time we picked the Minnesota game, they were 2-point underdogs.
Okay. Fair. This is fun. We want to put a wager on this. Loser buys the other one a pizza of their choice.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That works for me.
Trust the crust, baby.
Trust the crust. What? Did I pay you for Purdue yet?
Mm-mm.
I got to do that
You
still.
also owe me your fantasy money. $80.
Which ones?
Both.
Did I not pay you for college?
50 for Yahoo, 30 for college. We're
I
talking
guess-
about this on air. I don't know. I got to look
I
through.
swear to God, I paid you for college. Hold on. We're checking this out. I guess I don't have to do this live on air. Anyway.
We will, damn it. We're going to hash this out.
I got to figure this one out.
You owe me money. Show me the money.
Show me the
now.
money. I guess I didn't pay you. I could have swore I did. Okay. I guess I owe you. I guess I owe Clinton a lot of money here.
A lot of kachingas.
God.
So you guys, we see how this is going to happen if I beat him.
How the hell did
I'm
Florida
gonna
State
stick
end up with the ball in the red zone?
Snapped punt or botched punt, snap, and then botched punt on the kick of it. And then they
Oh.
got the ball short field.
Okay. I
Don't
just
worry.
looked over. And I was like,
DJU is going to make sure they only get a field goal out of this.
well, yeah, he didn't. Just, yeah, poor guy.
Also, again,
Hey.
if you guys check this episode out, it's not live, but if you see it on the YouTube, Ryan and I rocking the Inside the Pylon gear. If you ever want one, just let us know. Maybe the first thing we'll ever come out with are koozies because you want to keep your
Or
beer
stickers.
cold.
Or stickers.
Or stickers,
Stickers
sure.
would be cool.
Yeah, something
Stickers
like
would be
that.
cool.
We'll think about it.
Yes. All right, y'all. That is all for tonight. Those are our picks. Before we peace out, Clinton, anything that you are looking forward to the most from this weekend? We got a couple of big games on here.
Well, we talked about on our stock up, stock down. I was down on Ohio State Civil Line, so I'm looking for improved play from them. I'm obviously drooling at the monster matchup that is Texas-Michigan and seeing what Michigan puts out on the field. And then Nebraska-Colorado. I've been excited for this game since it was announced. I believe it's a 7:30 game on NBC, so we're getting primetime coverage of that game. Hopefully caps the day off well for the Big Ten. You, Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy or sad that I'm going to be gone during the week for this Texas game because I feel like there's going to be a lot of burnt orange in town.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't catch that. So I'm going to miss the vibe around town because I feel like Texas, because it's like, there's a couple of those stadiums where it's just like, it's a cathedral of college football.
Mm-hmm.
And if your team doesn't play there often, like as an opposing fan, it's like a bucket list trip.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the issue for Notre Dame games is you play one of these big teams that they never play. The opposing fans flood the stadium. It's like, well, I just want to see the stadium. I want to see a game there. I want to see the campus. And I feel like Michigan's one of those too. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of Texas fans. I'm interested to see what that atmosphere is like. I think Big Noon and Game Day are going to be in town for that. So you know things are going to be jacked to the tens with that. Yeah, I think those are two of the most fascinating teams in college football this year, right? I mean, both I've seen in projected playoffs, even though I'm on record as saying I don't think Michigan's going to make it. And I've also floated a theory that maybe Texas is a lot worse than we thought that they were going to be. And they certainly did not show that at all in their first week. They looked pretty good. But first big test for them, right? I mean, it could potentially be the best defense Texas faces all year, even including any potential hypothetical postseason matchup. So
they played Georgia, though, in the regular season.
I think Michigan's defense might be better than Georgia's defense.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. It's going to be hard to tell because if their offense sucks, their defense is going to get worn out.
And also, I think Clemson's offense is just that bad, which is why Georgia's defense looked really good.
It's a children of the poor offense.
Yeah, it's not good. So I'm really fascinated to watch that game. Like obviously I'll have the quad box up, but I don't think there's is Cy-Hawk a 3:30 game or is that a noon game?
That seems like a midday game.
That seems. Let me pull that up because I don't think that there's really any competition then in the 12 o'clock spot for other games that I'm interested in watching. Because I guess Arkansas Oklahoma State's a pretty decent game. Kansas State Tulane's not bad too. Where are you, Cy-Hawk? That's a 3:30 game on CBS.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah, so that all eyes will be on that Michigan game. I'm excited for that. Excited to see if Oregon rebounds. That's going to be a tough test for them. This is a weird game for them last week, but I think that's going to be a lot tougher matchup. Good test for them. And can USC carry forward momentum? I get it's Utah State, but part of being a good team is beating the snot out of teams you should beat the snot out of. So looking forward to see if the defense carries over their strong play and if Miller Moss continues to look like the next in the Lincoln Riley quarterback line. So a lot to look forward to this weekend. Thanks for tuning in on this one, guys. We are shooting this on Monday night, but you will catch this Friday morning in your podcast feed. So if anything pops up between now and then that we didn't touch on, that would be why, because we shot before.
We apologize. We'll try to get it right on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll post a tweet or something. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. Enjoy the games this weekend. Big set of games. Hopefully we'll learn a lot. We will see you once again on Sunday to recap the action.
See ya.